Welcome back to my channel. This is Pam, the cosmetic formulator, soap maker, and maker of all the things behind Lather and Soul. I actually recorded this months ago, but I just recently got around to finally editing it, so now it's getting posted. So here I'm making my Love is Love soap for Pride Month, which obviously was back in June, but I do have a very, very small amount left, so if you do want to grab a bar, there are, I think, like 4 or 5 left total. Proceeds from my Pride soap collection are always donated to the Trevor Project. This year, I decided to go back to my original design. Last year, I decided to do a new take where I did a black base and I did a rainbow drop swirl into the black base, but I don't think it translated very well as a Pride soap, and I think it definitely impacted sales. So this year, I went back to my original design, doing a layered rainbow swirl pattern. This soap has 6 different colors, and each rainbow layer has a swirl of white within it for just a little added contrast. Well, this is obnoxious. I'm literally trying to do this voiceover, and someone is mowing the lawn outside, and of course, it's a beautiful day and my windows are open. So I always mix all my colors first, and then in this case, I wanted to add the fragrance to each layer as I worked. Since I'm going for a rainbow design, the first layer that I'm going to pour will be the purple layer. And then I just repeat the process for each color. So it's pretty self-explanatory from here on out. As I mentioned earlier, 25% of my proceeds from every sale of my Pride soaps is donated to the Trevor Project. And I work with them because they do some amazing work where they offer crisis intervention and suicide prevention for our LGBTQ plus youth. And honestly, in 2025, this work is more critical than ever, especially with the current administration trying to drag us backwards on basic rights like marriage equality. Even though I'm a small business with a pretty small platform compared to others, I still think it's important to use our platforms whenever we can to speak out and show support. And I know that this is important just when I look at basic things like my analytics. Anytime I posted about my Pride soaps, my trans soaps, there was always a good amount of dislikes. So the fact that this is still a problem in 2025, we can't stay silent. And in case I haven't been abundantly clear, if this is something that you have a problem with, if you have a problem with people existing around you that cause you no harm, that have no impact on your life whatsoever by just existing on this earth, then you are not welcome here. This is not the channel for you. I am not the soap maker for you. I am not the small business for you. So I've said my piece on my literal and figurative soapbox. Everything is better with some glitter and sparkles, so you know I had to add those to these bars, plus some crystals and some lavender. I'm not sure which part of soap making is my favorite, the actual making or getting ready to cut the soaps and seeing what the design looks like inside. It's probably the soap cutting. So now we have to take this big slab, divide it into loaves, and then from there, cut the loaves into bars. This batch got me about 60 bars of soap. Here comes the fun part. I'm really happy with how these came out. And sales for these bars definitely were a lot better this year compared to last year, and I definitely do think it's because I went back to the more traditional rainbow design. If you stuck around for the whole video, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. If you could like, subscribe, share, hit all the buttons, that would be great. See you at the next one.
Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty. Baby girl, you are so pretty, pretty.